Hey guys, Mike here. We've got a bunch more videos coming up. Just remember, if you guys like the video, if you watch the video, if you enjoy the video, do us a favor. I mean, the 3 words that you love to hear or you hate to hear: like, subscribe, comment. Really helps us out. The algorithm likes to hear it. We get more money. Thanks guys, take care. Enjoy the video.
Yesterday was not a great day. I was interrupted so many times while he was doing this. I just couldn't get enough stuff done. So this trunk lid has been sitting out here, and I can't stand walking by fresh primer, and eventually I just gotta sand it. I want to see how it is. So I'm starting to block it out. It's really freaking nice, but you gotta open up your primer. You go with something fairly coarse, 220, and you can see the minute you touch it, you can see the texture of the primer. So you keep sanding it until that freaking smooth, and oh, that's nice. Then you can go up to a 400 grit. It's boring, it takes a long freaking time, but this is what makes the finish. So you just keep sanding back and forth, and you go the other way a bunch, and then you go this way. You don't go in circles, you just get a pattern going, put your mind in neutral, and just keep sanding. And back and forth and back and forth, and just keep at it. And watch and look for the dark spots. That's where you're maybe low and you gotta block some more. And if you do this a lot, you end up with a perfectly smooth finish on your paint. Doors, I wanna do on the car. Fenders, I wanna do on the car. I wanna block across the gaps so it's perfect. And everything lines up. And it makes it's a very subtle difference in the actual work, but the overall reflection of the car is just amazing. It's that much better. So, I'm gonna block and carry on and wear a dust mask. Yes. I just couldn't help myself. I walked by it, I finally grabbed some paper, I just had to. And I'm happy, it's like, whew, smooth. And when you're doing that, you can't really feel what's going on. Give yourself a big fuzzy rag or even a paper towel, and this magnifies what you're feeling. Believe it or not, this will magnify the highs and lows to your hand. And yeah, I can see it, but I can feel it. And by this, it's not as noticeable. So like a green fuzzy glove we use in winter to stay warm, working rigs or something, they're about the best. I gotta get some. But double check.
And then do you have any tips for people who think there might be shortcuts to this? Like using a grind, like a buffer or something like that?
A lot of people.
You're not supposed to be here, sir.
Okay, anyway, but
This is why I'm working on a Sunday, because you interrupted me all day freaking yesterday.
Keep cleaning.
Okay? Keep cleaning. Focus. Focus. Okay. There's many other ways you can do this. You can use a DA, an orbital sander. Super quick. And it'll make it all right. And for a lot of people, that's good enough. But when you're doing a really cool freaking car, it's just elbow grease, man. You gotta do it by hand and put in the time, pay the price. But if you're happy with just a shiny paint job, do it with a 6-inch DA. If you do it yourself, it's all right. Not everyone has enough time to spend 2 weeks block sanding a car.
And what's a DA?
A DA dual action sander, 6-inch orbital, is what we call them. So there's all kinds of different sanders out there, but the best job is still gonna come a block by hand. Elbow grease.
And then do you have any tips and tricks that you use in terms to get through a long day of doing this? Like, do you listen to your favorite music? Do you put some like Zen music, Zen jungle sounds on?
I say, put your brain in neutral. It's an expression. You do have to pay attention. Because this...
let me interrupt for 1 second. He really loves me standing beside him going, hurry up, hurry.
Yeah, that helps a lot. That helps a lot. So really what you need is loud tunes and basically drift off, go to your happy place, but then stop and check constantly what's going on. You're watching for pinholes, scratches. Charcoal is something we use when we get down to the final. And that shows up everything. And it's right here in our neatly organized little, there we go. So, this stuff is great. You put that on, and it's, you sand that, and suddenly all your mistakes show up. Because anything low, the charcoal won't come off. No.
Blair is so good at what he does.
So as you can see, that low spot, whoa!
Just had to come apart there.
Oh man.
Mike, we need new rigging here for this.
We need plywood, but anyhow, you can actually see the low spot I was talking about. Because the charcoal came off around it, the low spot, I gotta keep sanding until that disappears. And it won't burn through if I did good body work. I'll still have primer and I'm good. If you burn through, you gotta spot prime. But this is where the charcoal shows all errors. And I knew I had one back here somewhere. Okay, there's another, very small, you can see it. Everything around it is clean, and there's some texture. But I gotta go over that with 400, and I'll get rid of that. And when you can't see any low spots, and it feels beautiful, you're done. And then you do the other side. So it's a long, slow process, but very rewarding at the end.
Especially when you're charging what Blair charges.
Whoa. And this is why you can't give somebody a price on a car when they bring it to you. Because there's no way of knowing how many freaking hours it's going to take. You could spend a day of panel blocking, or if everything's really freaking nice, maybe half a day. But how do you give a price on something like that? You can't and make any money.